friends, welcome. So I did record a video on the whole explanation for this painting like 2 months ago when I finished it, and I did say, on my Instagram, I was like, oh, I'll post the video within the next few days, and just has not been the next few days, just has been the next few months, but we're here. So let's hope this one is a little better articulated. First, let's do some painting ASMR. So, context, I started and finished this painting within 2 weeks. 2 weeks? Damn, Danielle, that was so quick. I did have COVID, had to isolate, so I was actually kind of happy about that. Best 2 weeks of my life, if I'm honest, besides, the struggles with breathing. I mean, at the time when I had COVID, I was working 2 jobs. And shortly after I kind of quit one, which I was kind of sad about, but being in quarantine made me realize how much I actually miss painting and how much I actually want to do it a lot more. But I mean, I'm still working a whole heap, but praying that one day I won't be working, I'll be able to paint a lot more instead and work on this art business, But at the job I quit, I met Rachel, who was the model for this painting. Everyone say thank you, Rachel. Thanks, Rachel. But yeah, let's talk about the painting itself. Where to start? So I guess I've had the intention of exploring issues regarding womanhood and women and femininity and that sort of jazz. So I kind of hope that this painting is the beginning of that exploration. I have a whole notebook full of things that I need to research, or people that I need to research. Not just women though. Being a woman has greatly influenced certain things that have happened in my life, so it's kind of something that I think needs to be explored personally. In this painting in particular, if you couldn't tell, it's kind of witchcrafty kind of vibes, because the job that I met Rachel at and was working at, we sold things like crystals and tarot cards, all that sort of jazz, and it was I love working there, it was really nice working there and being able to meet witchy kind of people, not just working with them, but the customers that came in. And it kind of got me thinking about how witches are portrayed throughout history and, in movies and books and stuff like that. And I don't know who to break it to in history, but they've kind of got it all wrong. But yeah, that was kind of one thing that I found really frustrating when I was trying to research witches. It was all this y'all, they worship Satan. But personally, the ones I know don't. That's a whole nother thing, I mean, personally, obviously this is not an original thought, I know, I am aware. But personally it kind of got me thinking is this more so a war on women? Me thinks yes. Why? Well, dude, do I even need to explain? I mean, probably, but I'm not particularly good at articulating it. Like, okay, if you actually do research into like witches such as like Morgana, then it's like you see that, you know, she was like a um priestess kind of. You know, didn't want to hurt anyone, was doing her own thing. And then bam, what happened? She was kind of like demonized, man. Like, have you seen how she was portrayed in Merlin? I love Merlin, don't get me wrong. But Soin. And then like even like through like more research trying to look at Medusa, like she's got like there's like 1,000 different versions of her story, and like most of them, or like all of them, it's like she's completely like villainized, but it's like that can't have been all there was to her, you know. And it's kind of just like it's the omitting half of women's history for me, if you get what I mean. And then even I kind of stumbled on, after reading this book about Mary Magdalene, there was like a talk of someone named Thecla in the Bible. So I crack out my Bible, and where is she? My Bible that's all dusty and stuff, but where is she? So methinks that for starters, Christianity is like, no, women, you're not it. I hate to break it to ya. Women are it. And oh my god, don't even get me started on Marguerite Porete. Oh my god, poor queen. You know what, I'll sum that one up because, you know, it makes me so mad. It's like she wrote this book and it was kind of just like, I think, when was she? Let me break out my book. Marguerite Porete plus. Oh, I haven't even written on it yet. Marguerite Porete. I'm pretty sure that's how you say her name. I could be wrong though. Okay, basically like in the early 1300s, late 1200s, she's kind of like a mystic kind of gal. And she wrote this book called this text called like The Mirror of Simple Souls. And then it's like the church was like, take that back. She wasn't saying anything bad, she was kind of just being like, love, you know, all that kind of jazz. And then like the church was like, hey, yeah, take that back. And she was like, I don't think I'm going to. And you know, obviously she was like jailed, and then she was like burnt at the stake, which is like the punishment for like number one crimes, you know what I mean? But then there was like a man that wrote like another text saying the same thing, and they were like, oh yeah, that's chill. So tell me, tell me, I don't even need to finish my sentence, you already know what I'm gonna say, you know. Tell me this isn't because she was a woman, methinks. You know what I mean? But alas, these are all kind of conversations for another day, and I think I should actually talk about painting for a second. Yeah, as much as I had fun with this one, I also wanted to throw it out the window at several points in time, mainly due to, you know, being stuck in my room. I love not leaving my room, but alas, there is not great lighting in here. I had to steal the light from my desk, and it kept falling off my shelf, so I was kind of all over the place with light. And then plus, don't get me started on reference images. Like, I took a swaggy one of Rachel, and that was cool, but then I was like, I did the background of the clouds, and that was cool, and then I lost the reference image for that. Like I did the underpainting and then lost the reference image, and I was like, oh, that's a slight bit awkward, so then I had to find another one. But to be honest, blessing in disguise sort of vibe, because it's kind of like, there was like, I ended up the lighting being really nice, you know. Oh yeah, back to reference images, like, I don't know if the lighting kind of makes sense in this photo, I don't know, kind of had to wing it. But I don't know, I did like the lighting on like her face and stuff like that. But I'm kind of feeling like I want to try different art techniques. So that is something that I will be trying once again. Next video, baby, I want to try some more Baroque type of techniques, i.e. glazing. I tried to watch some videos on it. No one's explaining how to do it. I bought a book that doesn't really explain it either, because it was like a little paragraph and I was like, oh. And then the other day I bought this like course online. I mean, it was like $60-$70 to learn about art history. Turns out, oh, I might have been scammed. Yeah, as you do. On a different note, here is me glazing these canvases because, I mean, look at the difference. Look at the difference. Okay, time for glazing ASMR. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Ugh. Dude, honestly, one of my favourite paintings, like the figure, like, I don't know, the wall bit, it was kind of gross. But, like, the actual portrait bit, dude, kind of love it. Kind of, you know? Also, here's me with my painting, because I did enter into a competition, because I haven't entered a competition in literally like 3 or 4 years. So I thought, you know, might get back into that. And I did. Also, don't you just love it when you finish varnishing and then you're like, oh my god, there are so many little hairs in here. I might throw myself out my window. Oh yeah, also here is my painting in my lounge room. She's chilling. She needed a, you know, like a break after being looked at in the gallery. But now she's staying here. I don't really know what to do with her. What do people even do with their artworks once they've like finished them and no one actually buys their stuff, you know? Op shop, perhaps? Might not hurt to. Anyway, if you did have any like people that I could like look into like throughout history, that have like stories that like deserve to be heard, or just like, you know, that sort of stuff where it's like, Danielle, hey, have you heard of this person? They actually did this thing, and I don't know, maybe it's just like a really heartbreaking story that is like, damn, this would look magnifique as a painting, or I don't know, doesn't have to be women, but I don't know, just anyone. I'm gonna stop. But alas, thank you very much for being here today. Catch you later, and goodbye.